Has the start of the end of NATO begun? We ask this because the United States is pulling back its troops while Washington is preparing to hand over two of NATO's most critical command posts to European leadership. Allied Joint Force Command in Naples and Joint Force Command in Norfolk will soon move out of American hands and into the control of European officers. Both commands are currently led by US Admirals, and that is about to change now. With Italy taking over the base in Naples and Britain in Norfolk, the shift is in alignment with President Donald Trump's demands that Europe must take responsibility for its own security. His administration wants a NATO that no longer depends on Washington to lead, fund, and manage its core military structure. The message from the White House has been clear. NATO must become European-led, and it is making multiple moves toward this. Recently, the Pentagon has reportedly informed allies of a withdrawal of around 200 American personnel from NATO structures across Europe. These exits effectively roughly 30 NATO-linked bodies are affected here, including specialized training centers and expert groups. American troops are also leaving key locations such as NATO's Intelligence Fusion Center in the UK, the Allied Special Operation Forces Command in Brussels, and a maritime command structure in Portugal. This transition comes amid political strain within the alliance and rising tensions in the Arctic and North Atlantic, especially with respect to Greenland. Last February, remember, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth publicly told European allies to take ownership of the conventional security on the continent, and Europe responded months later. At the NATO summit in The Hague, leaders pledged to raise defense spending to 5% of their national GDPs, more than double the earlier target. But despite that commitment, Pentagon plans to redirect military resources away from Europe and toward other priorities, including the Indo-Pacific and the US border security. For now, nearly 80,000 American troops remain stationed in Europe. NATO officials stress that the US presence is still substantial. Yet the direction is unmistakable. The balance of power inside NATO appears to be clearly shifting.